Diversification debate. Why should I put everything in mutual funds? Hey friends, during an annual review, a client asked me an interesting question. Our family has a sizable investment in mutual funds, more than enough to meet the basic goals. Should we consider other options for aspirational goals? Now this is logical question and we thought it best to address it first. Traditionally, there are numerous investment options. For debt investments, you have FDs, bonds, postal schemes, government securities, and debentures. On equity side, there are direct investments in shares. Other revenues include gold, silver, property, and life insurance policies. Now, every option has its own pros and cons depending on factors like taxation, inflation, and your risk tolerance. I'll cover all these aspects in details in my another video. For now, let's focus on diversification. If you are fine investing in these options, let's compare them. The first one, debt investments. The returns from instruments like bonds and debentures are similar to those from debt-oriented mutual funds, as debt funds invest in these instruments only. By investing in one debt mutual fund, you automatically diversify across multiple options, reducing your risk. Next comes is equity investments. Investing directly in stocks requires research, intelligence, time, and consistent management. An equity mutual fund manager backed by a research team does this for you. This is quite illusionary for stock investors. While short-term gains may vary, long-term wealth creation is where mutual fund excels. Another option is portfolio management services. We also call it PMS. While PMS and mutual fund operate with similar strategies, PMS involves higher cost and tax implications. The belief that PMS delivers significantly better returns just because of its 50 lakh ticket size or flexibility of taking decisions is mostly proved wrong. Next comes into your basket is gold and silver. Instead of buying physical gold or silver, you can invest through multi-asset mutual funds. Now these are more tax efficient and is also having a simplified process. Then comes property and life insurance. I have already created some separate videos explaining how to approach on these investment options. So kindly have a look into this. Now, as for IPOs of shares and NFOs of mutual funds, these are essentially part of broader equity or mutual fund categories. So the principle remains similar. People often get carried away as and when it comes. So, to summarize, you can choose to invest in multiple investment instruments individually, but managing them can become complex. Or you can use mutual funds as a pool account, spreading your risk across diversified options while simplifying your life. So finally, you should consider the risk of where mutual funds have invested and not the risk in mutual funds. At the end of the day, our goal is to align our investments with our aspirations. We reach out to our clients only when it truly adds value to them. Mutual funds invest your money in different other options. I hope this information brought some clarity. Stay tuned for more such videos. If you really find my talks are adding value to your knowledge basket, do like and share to my channel, Quick Personal Finance Bites. Thank you.